Really want to know who Superman is? Watch this.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and happy Easter. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do this burgundy cut crease with a gold center. If you want to learn how to get this look, please stay tuned. Okay, so the first step I always do is I conceal my eyes with a concealer, and I'm using the Colourpop in Dark 46, and I'm just going all over in that and make sure it's set in. The trick is to go over lightly as you can and make sure it's set in. It will change into a darker tone for you to know it's set in already. The next step that I am doing is I am concealing my eyebrows. I have, I guess, a lot of hair in my eyebrows, so I don't really do much. I just outline it and that's it. You're also going to do the same thing that you did with your eyes. So you're going to conceal it and you're going to lightly tap it into your eyebrows for the outline to come out nice and smooth and transparent. So I'm going to continue to go back and forth to make sure that the concealer is well blended into my eyebrows. For this tutorial, I'm going to start off with my Colourpop palette. I don't know which one this is. This is pretty old. I'm going to go in with that second to last color. It's like a nice light burgundy, and I'm going to go back and forth into my eyelids for that cut crease. I am continuing to go in swiping motions back and forth with that same burgundy color just to make sure that the transition is going to be smooth and well blended. Next, I'm going to use my Morphe 35B palette, and I'm going to use that nice, beautiful, bright, I guess maybe fuchsia color that's in that palette, and I'm going to go back and forth until I get the perfect transition color for my cut crease. Always remember when doing a cut crease that you need to take your time. If you want the transition color to come out perfect and the way you want, you need to take your time and blend slowly and smoothly. So you'll always see me go back and forth with the same swiping motion to make sure that my cut crease is going to be perfect and it's even on both sides. In the same Morphe palette, I'm going to use that bright orange color at the bottom in my cut crease as well. I just want a vibrant, nice, smooth transition, and it'll be perfect in the end. Next up, I'm going back in my Colourpop palette, and I'm using that last color. It's a dark burgundy color, and I'm going to use that for my outer corner. I just want to give my cut crease some depth before I start cutting the crease. So I'm going to take my time and I'm dapping it. You see, I'm not swiping, I'm dapping so I can get the perfect amount of pigment at the corner of my eyes. I am lightly tapping in that dark burgundy color in that Colourpop palette, and I'm making sure that I am tapping it only in the outer corner so I can get the perfect depth and darkness in my outer corner cut crease. You're going to continue to use this technique until you get the darkness that you want on your outer corner cut crease. For the next step, I'm going to use the same Colourpop concealer in Dark 46 to cut my crease. A quick tip, if you want your colors to come out more vibrant on your eyelids, you will use a white concealer. White will help it become more pigmented and more visible to the eyes. Just remember to take your time with this process. This process is very tedious, and even a little mess up can mess up the entire eye look. So just make sure you're taking your time with each eye. Next step, I'm just going to go in with my blending brush just to go over any harsh lines that I see in my cut crease. I just want to make sure everything's well blended and ready to go before I apply my last color. The next and final step for this eye look, I just sprayed some setting spray on my eye brush, and I'm using that gold color in the Colourpop palette, and I'm going over my eyelids. going to continue using this method until I feel that my eyelids are pigmented enough and it matches with the eye look. Now once again, I am using my blending brush to go over any harsh lines that will mess up my eye look. Now I am going in with my Anastasia's foundation stick in the color Ebony, and I am going all over my face. Now I am going in with that same Colourpop concealer in dark 46, and I'm going to use that to conceal my eyes. This is pretty bright, and this is like my favorite concealer from Colourpop. As you can see, I do not use a beauty blender to conceal or put foundation on my face. I like using brushes because it gives me a more finishing look and an airbrush look. The brush that I'm using is actually a Sephora brush. It's their Pro Airbrush Concealer in the number 57. I love this brush because it does give me an airbrush finish. When using this brush, just make sure you're actually taking your time. The more you take your time, the better the outcome will look. Now I am going in with my next favorite concealer. It's from Too Faced Born This Way. It's their Naturally Radiant Concealer in the color Deep Tan. The reason why I like to go in with two concealers is because it makes my highlight even prettier and more gorgeous. I am still going in with that Too Faced Born This Way concealer just to make sure everything's well blended before I move on to my next step, which is baking. Now I am going in with Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder in the color Honey. Now that I have set my face with the powder, I am going to gently swipe it off from wherever I started to wherever I finished. I just want to make sure that it's evenly setted and it's no spots on my face. Now I'm going in with Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Match Sticks Matte Skin Stick in the color Espresso. I am also using the Sephora Pro Airbrush Concealer in 57 for my contour. This is another brush that I have separately only for contour. It's my favorite brush. Next up, I'm going to use my Artist Couture highlighter in the color Illuminati. This highlighter is so pretty, I'm in love. For my lip color, I am using my Tarte Tarteist lip paint in the color Festival. Next, I'm going to use my Drugstore lip pencil. You can get it from any drugstore. I didn't have a name. It was like 99 cents. And now I am using my Fenty by Rihanna lip balm in Fussy. For my last and final step, I'm going to use my Allure Lashes 3D Mink Lashes in the style Gypsy. this is the final look. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel if you like what you see, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it as well.